So I feel like I've been networking just a bit wrong um, whilst I've been in London. Because right now I'm in Congo and I've just come to the realization I've just been networking wrong, which is kind of annoying, but it's something that I've learned whilst I'm in holiday in Congo. I think, we've been taught to network, to make money, or, obviously to meet people that are in, certain industries that you want to work in or have a business in. And I think, you know, since I've been in Congo basically, and I've just been watching my dad run our businesses, and I'm just like, oh, you've got a policeman in your back pocket, you've got a judge, you've got a lawyer, you've got all these people that are basically here for protection and stability. I think, a lot of us are trying to build, generational wealth and, trying to get wealthy, which is obviously is great. And, networking does help with that. But I think after you get wealthy, then what? You need to protect your wealth. You need to protect your family and, make sure everything is stable and making sure that everything is running smoothly. And I think, having lawyers and, judges and policemen and just certain people in your back pocket is very, very important. I think, for example, like, some of us are going to have kids. I want to have kids one day, and, I want them to go to a private school. You can't just, certain private schools, you just can't go there just because you have money. Like, no, you need to know certain people for your kids to get into that school. It's not, it's not like you can just apply. Do you know? Obviously, certain private schools are like that. You've got money, cool, send your child there. But certain ones are like, okay, you've got the money and I'm not just going to accept you. You need to be recommended by a certain person that, their kids already go to that school, or their kids gone there and, they've just had a good relationship with the person that owns the school or whatever. Then they can recommend, your child to go there. But you just can't just rock up to any private school and be like, oh, yo, like, I want my kid. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to know certain people. And I think, we need to stop doing the whole surface level networking. This person can get me into this party, this VIP concert, and, this person can get me discounts at Harrods. None of that matters long term. Like, that's all surface level. Like, you need to think long term. You need to think about your kids. You need to think about yourself. You need to think about your family, and all of, like, protection and stability. And I think, to me, that's true networking. But yeah, I've just come to that realization. I'm thinking, oh, I need to have certain people in my back pocket, because, what if something happens to me or my kids or my husband or whatever? Like, you need to be able to have these people on speed dial, because you just never know. And I think even when we have kids as well, they're going to make mistakes, and you need to be able to be in a position to erase those mistakes and, just call a certain person, be like, yo, like, I need your help. And, yeah. But yeah, I've just come to that realization, like, this is so important.